Cardinals can declare that a heretical pope has lost his office as a church historian. Deerfield, Illinois, April 10th. True devotion to the chair of St. Peter is essential to a Christian spiritual life, but today there exists a false devotion to the Pope that claims he must always be obeyed, no matter what, renowned church historian Roberto Di Mattei told a gathering of Catholics just outside Chicago this past weekend. Speaking at the 2018 Catholic Family News Conference, Di Mattei called on laity and clergy alike to oppose the theological error of papalatry and to live out a true devotion to the papacy. True devotion to the chair of Peter is not the worship of the man who occupies this cathedra, but is the love and veneration for the mission which Jesus Christ gave to Peter and his successors. Professor Di Mattei talk, delivered to approximately 100 Catholics hailing from multiple continents, touched on a variety of topics, including collegibility, the resignation of Pope Benedict XVI, and the claim that Pope Francis has fallen into heresy and is no longer Pope. Obedience to God first. Central to Di Mattei's hour-long address was an urgent request for Catholics to expose by name the pastors who contradict perennial church teaching. Opposing error is not enough, Professor Di Mattei said. We need to have the courage to say, Holy Father, you are the first one responsible for the confusion which exists today in the church. Holy Father, you are the first one responsible for the heresies which are circulating in the church today. Papalology views the Pope as a new Christ. It takes the position that there is no need to worry about anything and that the Pope perfects the doctrine of his predecessors, adapting it to the changing of the times. Papalologists deceive themselves and tranquilize their conscience by thinking the Pope is always right even when he contradicts himself or his predecessors. In reality, tradition remains the criterion for discerning that which is Catholic and that which is not. Tradition comes before the Pope and not the Pope before tradition. Otherwise, the Church's perennial magisterium is replaced with a living magisterium that has its rule of faith in the subject of the authority and not in the object of transmitted truth. Obedience to the Pope has its limits in the natural and divine laws and in the tradition of the Church, of which the Pope is guardian and not creator. Well, there's more to the article if you want to read it. The link is right here and in the description box.